Hi Gracie, thanks for sending us your algebra question. Today we are looking for solutions of the equation that you sent us. And the first thing that we need to do to be able to solve a quadratic equation is to put it in standard form, which means I'm going to have a 0 on my right hand side. So after I do a little algebraic manipulation, we get the equation x squared plus 8x minus 1 is equal to 0. As I'm sure you already noticed, this equation is not factorable. So we're going to have to use another technique. And that technique is called the quadratic formula, which looks really fancy, but it's actually really easy to use. And the quadratic formula says that all of our solutions will be negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I'm going to go ahead and write down what my a, b, and c are in this equation so I don't get confused. It looks like my a is the number attached to the x squared. There's nothing there, so that means a is equal to 1. The b is the number attached to my x, so my b is 8. And my c is the number that has no x attached. And if there's a negative, I have to include that negative too. So my c is equal to negative 1. So I take these, I plug it into this, and my solutions will pop right out of it. So my solutions are x is equal to negative 8 plus or minus the square root of b squared is 64 minus 4 times a is 1, c is negative 1, all over 2a. Simplifying this, I end up with negative 8 plus or minus. This ends up being 64 plus 4, so I get the square root of 68 all over 2. If I can, I want to try and factor what's underneath the radical here. So the square root of 68 is actually equal to the square root of 17 times 4. And I'm allowed to break this up and give them both their own square roots. So this is equal to the square root of 17 times the square root of 4. As you probably know, the square root of 4 is 2. So this is all equal to 2 times the square root of 17. So applying that to my equation over here, I get that x is equal to negative 8 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 17 all over 2. And now I can get rid of my denominator if I want, because both of my terms in the numerator share a factor of 2. So this simplifies to x is equal to negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 17. So your equation actually has two solutions. X is equal to negative 4 plus the square root of 17, and x is equal to negative 4 minus the square root of 17. And those are both your final answers. Thank you, Gracie. I look forward to answering more of your questions using Snapmath in the future.